And that is our version of Mongolian beef, which is one of my favorite beef stir fries. It's actually super simple and very, very delicious. And we get to try out our new wok burner from hot-wok. Not sponsored in any way, but it's 12 kilowatt. That's 41,000 BTU. So it's quite a powerful wok burner. I will show you in a bit.
That's
excellent.
massive.
And it's the first time we use it. So it's going to be interesting. For the beef, we are going with a piece of the short plate. You could use a flank steak. You could use different, let's say, secondary cuts. This is basically good for stews. But I'm going to show you how to make it really tender in a recipe like this, so you don't have to buy really expensive, let's say, tenderloin or whatever for something like this. You want to go with flank or as this short plate. What's important to notice here is the grain runs in this direction. I'm not going to use all of this for our recipe. That's too much for the wok. So first I'm going to cut with the grain on a piece like this. Put this to a side. And those strips will be way too long, so I'm going to split this in two. And now we want to cut it against the grain on an angle, pretty thin, because that will give us really tender pieces of beef once we stir fry them. So, and you want them something like this, thickness-wise. So we just cut all of this up nicely like this. They will be super tender this way. And I'll show you a little bit of the secret, which is in the marinade also. But let me cut this off, and then I'll show you how we do that. Here we have our beautiful beef. Actually, a very nice cut of beef. It's going to be fantastic. So, cut thin, first trick. Second trick, to get this tender, you're going to add, traditionally, some soy sauce. This is low sodium. I don't know, two tablespoons maybe, not more. Since it's low sodium, I'm going to add a little bit of salt, but I like to do that so I can control my own salt level, because some of the soy sauce that you buy is very, very salty, and that's not...
Plus our salt is better quality.
Yeah. That's another story. This is from South Peloponnese, hand-picked sea salt. A tablespoon and a half or a tablespoon of cornstarch, corn flour, that will help give that glossy texture you want on your sauce at the end. And then the tenderizing trick, a teaspoon of baking soda. This is what the Chinese call velveting. So that goes in, and then it's in with, and then it needs a good solid massage so everything gets dissolved and covered. I forgot one thing though, in my hurry to show you the trick with the baking soda. Of course, we cannot make this without Shaoxing cooking wine. We need that liquid in here also. That gives a lot of good flavor to this kind of stir fry. So get that all mixed up, and then we're going to let that marinate for... It's good if you have a couple of hours, but definitely half an hour to an hour, you need to let it marinate. The baking soda has to do its work on the protein in the meat. So give it a little bit of time. If you're really in a, well planned in your kitchen, you can even do this the day before and then cover it in the fridge. But and that looks about good to me. So now we're going to set this aside, and then we'll continue with our sauce. For our cooking sauce, which is pretty simple but super delicious for this, we are going in with a little bit of chicken stock. You could use beef stock, but we have beef, so chicken stock it is today. Quarter cup, 60-70 milliliter, something like that. Just a little bit. A splash of our cooking wine. I don't know, 3-4
splashes.
2 splashes. It's not, don't measure, just look at it. And some soy sauce. You want the same, 4 or 5 tablespoons, maybe a little bit more, because the flavor is a lot in there. And not to forget, and this is important part, you need some sugar in here to get that glossy coating on the beef and that sweetness in the background. I'm using shaved palm sugar. If you don't have palm sugar, then you can use brown sugar or whatever else you can get your hands on. But if you're ever in an Asian market, get some palm sugar. A couple of balls goes a long way, and it has a very distinct flavor in comparison. So in with that. And that's about it for the sauce. All we have to do now is mix it up so we dissolve the sugar. And then the next step happens at the wok. There we have our new beautiful wok burner. As I said, 12 kilowatt, 41,000 BTU. It should be a beast, so I'm looking forward to testing it. It comes with a wok, but as you can see, it's not seasoned. So I'm not gonna use that one. I'm gonna go with my old trusty thin-walled black steel. And if your wok doesn't look like this, you're doing it wrong. So on the burner here to heat up, and then we're gonna go in with a splash of oil around the edges there. Give it a little bit of a swirl. You want to let that warm up till it shimmers, like really warm. And when you see that smoke, that's wok high. That is what you want to see. In with our beef and spread it out nicely. Use a pair of tongs actually, that's easier. And then you want to let that brown up on the first side. This will take but a couple of minutes. And when it starts looking like that, then you're going to start flipping it around. And you don't want to overcook this. You want to cook it till it's still slightly pink, because what we want here is to finish it in the sauce later. And when the beef is almost cooked but still has a little bit of pink to it, we're going to take it out in either steel or glass pan, something like that. So you spread it out a little bit so it cools down. You don't want it to keep steaming here, so leave it here, and then we're going to continue with our vegetables. In the same pan, if your beef is lean as ours, then you won't have much fat, so we're going to add a little bit more oil. And then we go in with 1.5 small red onion cut into batons like this. And we start frying that. And same time, a tablespoon of minced ginger, a clove of minced garlic, and a little bit of chili flakes. And now we want to stir fry this a little bit. Be careful not to burn it. And I can feel this is very powerful, this burner. This is much better than my previous burner. This is fantastic. I love it already. And as you can see, it's already starting to get a little bit of char on the side of the onion. We're going to add our cooking sauce. And then we're going to let that cook a little bit here before we add the rest of the ingredients. And before we add back the beef, a little bit of cornstarch with water, just to thicken things up a little bit, so it gets that glossy, beautiful. And that goes really fast, look at that. That's ready. Back with our beef. Like that. Just to let that get warmed up and cook ever so slightly. You don't want to overcook it, because then it becomes chewy. This is looking real good. Last but not least, a little bit of green onion, sesame seeds, just a sprinkle, and to add a little bit of flavor, a hit of sesame oil. Never put that early, because then it burns. You put that at the end.
Ooh, that smells now amazing.
It does. It does. And that's it. There we are, ready to serve. And that is just picture perfect in all of its simplicity. Most dishes that are simple, they actually turn out to be the best ones. So something here with a nice piece of beef, some onion, some green onion. Nice. That's criminally good. And that cut of beef, it's so tender, an excellent flavor, a little bit, a hint of sweetness from the palm sugar and heat from the chili matches perfectly with this. Serve it with rice or just eat it as it is, because it's that good.